Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. Today, we are going to go through the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. All right. Some of you may have seen this in psychology and things of that nature, but it's just one of those things that as we move in through financial fitness and decision making, this is going to be one of the big things that we're going to have to highlight in the beginning of all of this. Now, I will say that for some of you in this class, I understand that the needs and wants organizational chart, the little Venn diagram that you guys were working on, I understand that some of you may not have been able to finish it in class because I did kind of go over, at least in class, I did kind of go over it, not over that, but I went over time on notes and didn't give you guys a lot of time to work on that. So what I've done is I've extended that due date to Friday. So you just have these notes, you have your journal check and things of that nature, and then also the stuff due this Friday. So as you may see, there is no outline for these notes. It is an actual downloadable template. So you want to make sure that you download the template and fill it out as we go through because it is very important. You will need this for your module that you're going to be doing today. So let's go ahead and get started. So we have Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is all of these pyramid of needs. These are things that guy Abraham Maslow basically said, we need this stuff. And so it starts at the bottom, and the idea is that you would have to, in order to acquire the next need, you would need to acquire the bottom needs first as a foundation and then build your way up. So the first one we have is your physiological needs. These are your basic human needs: your food, your shelter, your air, your drink, your warmth, and your sleep. So if you look and you see safety and social and things like that, sometimes it's really hard to worry about a social life if you're constantly hungry, or it's really hard to worry about a social life when you're trying to make sure that you have a place to stay and a place to sleep. You know, so if you think about it, these are your individual needs. You're not worried about anybody else, and you are just making sure that you have these needs to keep yourself alive. Okay. So a lot of times you're not worried about the other stuff because you are just focused on these bottom needs, the needs that you need to maintain in order to keep yourself alive. Okay. So that's your first one. Moving on, we have safety. Now, safety is like protection from the elements, having a sense of order, security, and law, and being free of fear. So that's another need that we need to have. We need to feel as though we have protection from other people. When you come here into school, you see that we have gates at the front of the school. This is a means of providing this need for students. Okay. We're going to provide you guys with a sense of safety so that way these gates will hopefully protect you guys from people entering the campus and causing you any harm. Also, when you go into the school, we have school rules and things set in place to make sure that we have that sense of order and make sure that you have a sense of security when you're here. Like we have campus security here. And this is all done in a needs to provide you guys with safety. So even though you're not in your home or in the community, at least when you come to school, your safety needs are being met. We have a need for this, okay? I know some people are like, I like to live reckless and dangerous. Dangerous is my middle name. Okay, that's fantastic and dandy and all that great stuff. But at the end of the day, safety is a need. No matter how dangerous you like to live on it, you want to at least live dangerously safe. Okay? I'm not encouraging any dangerous behavior. All right, moving on. Social love, also known as love and belonging. So this is where we had the standpoint of, okay, our basic needs are met. We don't have to worry about, not being hurt or anything because, we feel safe. So now we're going to focus on social and the idea of love and belonging, having a sense of friendship, developing trust, developing relationships, and feeling like you're part of a group on your giving and receiving either love, um, affection, and friendships and things of that nature. So, according to Maslow, the idea of being social, the idea of interacting with other people, feeling like you belong to something, whether it's on an actual designated team, like maybe you're part of the football team and you feel like you belong there and you have a sense of trust with those guys, or whether or not you are in your friend group and you feel like you belong there. That is also considered a need. Students have a need People have a need to be social and having that sense. According to this guy, Abraham Maslow, you have a need to feel these emotions of feeling like you belong somewhere. And so that's very, very important. So if you think about it from the standpoint, now that you feel like you're safe, now that you have all your needs met, all right, well, I feel safe and all my basic needs are met. It would only seem natural that you would progress into the idea of feeling as though you belong somewhere and making sure that you have that sense of trust with other people. Next, we have esteem. Now, there are two aspects of the esteem. The esteem is one, you want to have a sense of dignity, achievement, mastery, and independence. And then also a desire for reputation and respect from others. So, the best way I can word this is that, okay, you are social with other people. You feel like you belong. You feel safe. You got food in your belly and you have a place to lay your head at night and you can get enough sleep. So now that you are able to form these relationships and you have all these other needs met, what's the next step? Well, you want to make sure that you can work towards being a better person and being a better representation of yourself within this group and finding out what you are interested in. So with that, you desire to have a sense of reputation. If you if you think about someone who, let's say, and I'm not making a dig at anyone in this, I'm just saying it from a general standpoint because we do understand that there are people who do have mental disorders in a standpoint where they are not as social. But if you take someone who maybe, for example, doesn't have the best when it comes to their social needs being met, they may not care about getting respect from other people. They may not care to have a reputation. They're like, what's the point? I don't feel like I'm loved or belonged, or I don't feel like I can be social with other people. I don't have a sense of trust. So why would I care what other people think of me? Why would I care about the respect from other people? I don't care about my reputation. And then, for instance, that may lead into the idea of not maintaining the dignity or not striving for dignity or not striving for achievement. Not saying this is the case, but according to this theory, okay, there are many cases where this stuff does, where, the theory doesn't always line up. That's why we call it a theory. But if you think about it from that standpoint, esteem is where you want to be the best person, not for yourself, but because you want to be the best person for other people, for the improvement and validation from other people. And that makes you feel good. That's how I've always viewed esteem. You want to have that sense of validation and dignity and achievement for other people and other people to give you that sense of validation. Finally, we have self actualization, where you recognize your own personal potential and you're seeking your personal growth and becoming what you want to be. So in esteem, we were wanting to become better and seek mastery of things because of the opinions of others. But now we've recognized our own abilities, and so now we're building that up and becoming what we want to be, and we're recognizing our own potential. And this is something that can take a long time for a lot of people, even though we have people who, may be in the esteem area of their life, they're going to be looking at self actualization and then recognizing it. So, from the standpoint of what we see here, you have your physiological needs here. Once you have those met, you have to worry about safety and feeling protected. Once you have those met, you can then reach out and connect with other people. And once you're able to connect with other people and have that sense of trust and belonging, you then want to seek validation from those people because you've maintained relationships and friends, and you value their opinion and input. So you do things to establish your esteem by the validation from them. And then finally, you recognize that at the end of the day, you have recognized what you are good at and with self actualization, and then you're seeking personal growth, becoming what you want to be. Now, this is where this stuff is going to be more applicable. In Canvas, you will see what's called Maslow's module. Okay, there is a quote unquote guided quiz in there. There is some small assignments in there. There's like 4 small little assignments. what you're going to do is you are going to take these notes. You are going to take this PowerPoint, and you are going to utilize it to walk yourself through these different modules and get the or different assignments and get the opportunity to really apply how this hierarchy of needs really works. So if you have any questions, let me know. Email me. However, for the most part, it's, in my opinion, very straightforward. The important thing is that when you are answering your questions in the discussion, module, whatever, you want to make sure that you reference and talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs in terms of defending and answering your questions. All right. But work on that module, get it completed. You'll have 2 days to work on it, so it will be due tomorrow. And then, like I said, I have also extended the needs and wants chart as well because of time constraints. Y'all have a good day. Take care, and I will see you guys later.